Good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. And viewers, I'm privileged to be sitting here with Manan Singh Kathora. He's a film writer, producer, and director. Manan, welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi. How are you today?
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you for this opportunity, and your show is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Well, Manan, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
So I write and direct films, and I've made 3 films so far: Arya, When Kiran Met Karen, and the recent film called 9/11. And in between films, I do marketing and promotions for South Asian market.
Well, Manan, I've seen you very much all over the place on the internet. I'm hearing your name, here judging, pageants, judging other programs. I know some of your films won some awards. But tell me, Manan, were you inspired by anyone maybe growing up?
Yes, I grew up in Middle East, Bahrain, Qatar, and we grew up in a healthy diet of Bollywood and Hollywood films.
Okay.
And as far as I remember, I used to write stories and poems, and they were not as good, but I always liked it. So when I was in New York, I got a chance to pursue my passion, and here we are.
Okay. Now, are you Punjabi?
Yes, I'm Punjabi. I'm Sikh by birth. Yes.
Because, normally when we think of Indians or South Asians, we'll think of like doctors or ITs. So how did your family feel about you going into filmmaking?
Well, I think initially they thought it's a phase.
Okay.
But then when they realized that this is what I eat, sleep, dream about, and I made my second film and then my third film, now they know this is what my life is. And I'm going to keep making films. In between, I might do some other jobs, but films, writing is my passion. Yeah, yes.
Excellent. Now, Manan, how many films have you completed thus far?
So I started my journey as an assistant director on a well-known film called Flavors, English film with Indian actors. I was an assistant director, and then I got a chance to make my first film, Arya, which was produced by a well-known personality called Tilok Malik.
We were just 2 simple souls, made for each other. We got married in 2000.
You buried your past, Raj?
It was one honeymoon forever.
Do you think Shana is involved?
She's crazy.
We might.
Then I made a movie called When Kiran Met Karen, a controversial film which played at a lot of festivals. And my recent film is 9/11, which we finished in 2011. It released recently online, globally, winning some awards, and we're getting good feedback.
Excellent. Now, I want to go back to When Kiran Met Karen, because I heard about that film, and it is a controversial film. It is about lesbian, correct?
It's about a lesbian relationship, yes.
I like you, Karen. Your ambition reminds me of myself. Well, now all you need is 300 costume changes and some dancing around the trees, and you could be a Bollywood star.
I love the dancing in your movies.
Really?
Yeah.
The only question is, which one of us is Juliet? So you believe in reincarnation?
Look at that. There's the epitome of a forbidden relationship, right? An affair between Krishna and a married woman, Radha. Yet their love depicts the ultimate love in Hinduism. Now, if that can be ultimate love, then what's wrong with 2 women experiencing ultimate love?
Now, how did your audience, because we're Indian,
True.
and sometimes when you think of things like homosexuality, it's considered taboo. So being Indian and making this film, When Kiran Met Karen, how did your audience react to it?
Well, firstly, I was inspired by a personal story. A good friend of mine, this female friend of mine, she came out to all of us after many years of that we had known her and her husband, ex-husband, and her in-laws and family. That inspired me to write the story about a fiction. It's a fiction. I mean, I was just inspired by her, that this Bollywood actress Kiran comes to New York and she meets this amazing journalist called Karen, and what unfolds. It took us a while to raise funds. It took us a while to find an Indian actress who would take this meaty role. It's a beautiful performance by Crisel Almeida, and but obviously once we released the films on a festival, they did very well. And my biggest day was when it played in DC, where my parents live, and they watched it and they liked it. I mean, they were being honest. I know, because I know certain movies my mom doesn't like, my dad, but she liked it, and that kind of proves the point that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your personal preference is, what your sexual orientation is, what you like or not. A good movie is a good movie. So that was my biggest, that was the best review I got, was from my parents, that they enjoyed the film.
Were you scared knowing that your parents were in the audience to see this film?
I was nervous what they're gonna feel, especially my mom, because she's today's woman, but she has certain very strict views on certain things. But she liked it.
So you must have felt accomplished when your parents gave you the 2 thumbs up.
Yes, I felt really good. I think it was like just the whole complete circle, in the sense, it's a true fact that most of the times people end up living their lives just to get that acknowledgement from their parents or loved ones, and so to get that acknowledgement from my parents was a big high.
That's excellent. Well, Manan, I have to commend you. I mean, I know being an independent filmmaker, that's very difficult in today's day. I mean, where are you coming up with the funds, the actors? How do you work with people and find people? Because obviously with low budget films, sometimes you may not be able to pay the actor initially, or maybe later on you can. But how are you finding people to work with, equipment, funding for your programs?
So there's one statement that kind of summarizes that. Independent filmmaking is 1% resources and 99% favors. So yes, we work in very restrictive setting. We get free locations. Sometimes we pay some actors. Sometimes depending on the budget in the film, and it's passion. It's people coming together to work on a passion project together. And trust me, more often than not, it happens.
Right.
There's something magical, mystical about the power. I mean, I think filmmaking is the best example of teamwork. You could have a best choreographer, best dancer, best writer, best actor. Filmmaking brings everyone together. So you have best people in all the fields working together for one common goal. And when you watch the film on the big screen, it all comes together. I think it's the most magical thing that teamwork example I could think of. So yeah, it takes a while. I mean, I'm looking for funds for my next few films. We use electronic platforms a lot, Facebook, listservs, and obviously interviews like this help us to reach out to. So if there are more actors who want to reach out, they can connect me on Facebook, writers, investors, producers. Yeah.
Now, you creating this venue for, like you said, the best actor, the best choreographer, the best writers. Now you've done this. Now you've actually won awards. Tell us a little bit about some of the awards that you've won.
So my first film, Arya, A-R-Y, Arya, it's a low-budget psychological thriller in English. We won the Best Actress Award. So Sheetal Shah, this amazing actress, first-time performer, she won an award for that film at the South Asian Media Awards in 2005. Okay. That was our first award. Then we won some local festival awards. 9/11, my new film, which is available on Data Bazaar Media, it recently won the 2012 Rising Star Award at the Canadian International Film Festival, and since then it's just been going to a lot of festivals, and there's so much buzz about it that I think God has been too kind on us.
Now 9/11, of course you know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about 9/11. Now is your 9/11 the same 9/11 that I'm thinking about?
No, but you're right. That's what the first thing that comes to your mind, because when my movie is spelled out, it's 9 letter and then 11 as spelled out. It's like 7-Eleven, it's not 911. Okay. But yes, when you say it, it's 9/11, and the first thing that comes to your mind is the Twin Tower attacks. My movie has got nothing to do with that. It's a fast-paced thriller with 11 characters who are given 9 minutes each to decide their fate. I mean, that's the best I can share about my movie, because it's a mystery and there are a lot of twists, but that's what it is.
There is a connection between the rash of kidnappings. As of yet, no ransom demands have been made, and no bodies have been found.
तुम्हारा जिंदा रहना एक ही बात पर निर्भर है कि तुम सब ये पता करो वो वजह क्या है। 9 मिनट के बाद आऊंगा और किसी एक को मौत से मिलाऊंगा, जब तक कि तुम लोग वो वजह जानना लो।
हमें और वक्त चाहिए। जो तुम मांग रहे हो वो इम्पॉसिबल है।
तुम सब लोग यहाँ क्यों?
भगवान की कसम, मैं यहाँ से जिंदा बाहर निकलूंगा।
मेरा नाम शीना है।
मेरा नाम भी डीजे मित्तल है।
अपन का नाम सत्या है।
क्या तुम्हारी बीवी इस हद तक जा सकती है कि ये सब उसका किया धराव?
प्रेम का इंजन, इश्क का ईंधन, प्रेम का इंजन, इश्क का ईंधन, सिसकन तड़
क्या बस कर वरना
हमारा सब